Hello everyone, this is part 3. I've been trying and have been communicating. It seems to be with 3 spirits that names come up as Christian, Aaron, and Jessica. And they was telling me that they needed to cross over. The words crossover comes up. And they mentioned damned. That is hot. As you can see here. And as you can see, I have here with me my EVP Ghost Spirit Box app that shows words that they would say. And you can see right here, I have here a spirit box with a speaker. I have here also a recorder right there. And I have my K2 EMF meter, which is going off the charts because it shows here there is spirit activity. And I have my real fingernails. I got it painted orange. It says violence. It says here violence. And that's what's showing here on the app, the Spirit Ghost app. And I have here my jack-o'-lantern. And I have inside, some candles in there. It's flameless type candles that I have in here. As you can tell, my fingernails have not broken. My fingernails are real. And here we are. Okay. And I've been communicating with some entities or spirits. The words Christian can be a first name of a person. Aaron and Jessica. Those names have came up. This is the 3rd session communicating with them. I've already said a prayer for them, which is the Lord's Prayer, that it helped me when I was near death in a situation. And I was pregnant with my daughter, and I felt my spirit, it like lifting out of my body, or something was coming over my body, trying to take my spirit from out of my body, but the Lord Prayer helped me. I feel that you don't have to be of different religion or have no religion to say the Lord's Prayer, but it helped me. And I think because the nurse, she gave me too much medicine. I was having my daughter. This was many years ago, and the nurse gave me too much medicine. That's what I believe. And because after she gave me the medicine, it was some type of medicine to keep the labor pains from coming. I don't know. It was. She gave me something, and next thing I know, soon after she gave that to me, I think it was an overdose. Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. My name is Yolanda. Thanks for coming along and communicating with me. How are you? You don't have to say I'm dead. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you actually could say you're doing okay as you are on the other side. But hello, Kelly, and thank you for communicating. But when the nurse gave me that medication, she gave me too much. Because soon after she gave it to me, I start feeling kind of weird. Something told me to close my eyes. But right before I got ready to close my eyes, I saw spirits coming through a wall. The wall was like translucent almost. It was like a light, a faint light was behind them. But it was these people that was coming through the wall. And it wasn't a few. It was like they was coming one by one. It was a lot of them. And I started feeling that they was coming into the room, filling up the room. It was like in the labor and delivery room. Most of us females know the procedure. They have you in the labor and delivery room, whether they're going to give you a C-section or getting ready to go into the surgery room before they deliver the child. But I was in what you call the waiting / room where the labor room is before they take you there. You know what I mean? They had the monitor on me, the heart monitor on me. They had my own heart monitor on me. They had me sitting on this bed / gurney. Woods. And next thing I know, she gave me this medicine, and I started seeing these people coming through the door, the wall, and something told me to close my eyes. And I started feeling it from my feet all the way up to my legs, to my hip, to my stomach, that I had no feeling. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't move it. I couldn't feel anything. And as I was trying to remember everybody in my family, it was like it was leaving me at the same time. But I had my eyes closed. Something told me, close your eyes. Do not see this. Like, do not see these spirits or entities coming in my room. In my hospital room. While I was in labor and delivery. And it felt like a spirit was coming, like was crawling up my leg, or was it was weird. I couldn't feel anything, but it started from my toes to my foot, to my feet, to my legs, to my knees, to my thighs, and it stopped when it got up all the way up to my chest. It was like a gradual feeling. I couldn't feel anything. And I felt that there were spirits on both sides of my bed, all surrounding my bed, all in the room. But there was a major spirit, something more powerful, that was on the side. Felt like it was sucking my breath away, my oxygen, my life force even. I was trying to remember everything. I'm a science, math major. I love math. I love science. I was trying to think of biology equations. I was trying to think of math equations. Just trying to keep myself conscious. But as soon as I was trying to remember, the simplest thing is 2 plus 2 and 3 times 3 is some algebra equation, which was very simple to me because, you know, when you're a math major or a science major, those equations comes easy to you. It was leaving me. And I almost felt like utopia. You know what I mean? Like too free. Like too like it's hard to explain. It was like I felt like I was too happy, too free, assaulted. Okay. Assaulted. Kelly, did someone assault you? You was assaulted? You was assaulted in the woods? That's how you, it happened? For the reason why you transitioned, you're now on the other side? It was in the woods? Because earlier in the other sessions, part 1, part 2, run. The word run came up in the first session. I think it was run. I'm not much of a runner. There is nowhere to hide in this world. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide in this world. I've been to the West Coast, East Coast, places in between. There's nowhere to run. Can't go to Canada. I don't even like the cold. It's too much snow for me. Too much ice. Too much snow. Too much cold. Can't go to Europe and places. Too far. Too much water. That's between America and Europe. There's nowhere to go. But as I was feeling that, it was I tried to remember, as I said, equations, math, science, but something was sucking up my air, was sucking up my life force. As much as I was trying to breathe, it was trying to suck it away. So something told me, don't fight it. Don't fight it. But that feeling, I couldn't feel my legs. It was going up from my toes to my legs, to my thighs, to my stomach. Then it stopped right there by my chest as I got ready. Something told me to say the Lord's Prayer. That was the only thing that came to my mind, was the Lord's Prayer. I couldn't remember math equations. I couldn't remember the science equations. As much as I was trying to remember people's names in my family, those names was like it was absorbing from my mind. It was like a sense of too much calmness, too much peace. And that was weird, you know. Here I was about to have a child. Affair. Okay. Affair. But double. The word double come up. But as much as I was trying to, remember everybody, I couldn't remember. And then when something told me to say the Lord's Prayer, that was the only thing I was able to remember fully. And I don't know who told me or what told me, because I couldn't remember science and math equations as much as I knew 2 plus 2. I knew, the equation to the triangle, gauze. So, but something told me, keep your eyes closed. You're not supposed to see this. If you see this, if you open your eyes, we're going to have to take you. That's how I felt. Like, that's how I was sensing. Like, it was telling me if I was to open my eyes to what's going on, it would have to take me. So, it told me to say the Lord's Prayer. It wasn't like something like tell you like as if, like whisper in your ear type thing. Devil comes up. Okay. So you saying that what was in that room with me was the devil? Okay. But something told me to say the Lord's Prayer. It sure did. It told me to say the Lord's Prayer. So I said the Lord's Prayer. And as I was remembering the Lord's Prayer, I was saying it to myself. I wasn't saying it out loud. Below. Okay. Below. So as I was saying the Lord's Prayer, it stopped by my chest, like it paused, like it was like as if something new. I did something, and it was like, oh, she's very intelligent, she's smart. Okay, so it started to leave from my body, but it stopped at my chest, and as I continued to say the Lord's Prayer, I started to get my feeling back. But I started to feel that pressure more or less, not heavy pressure. But then it started to move down my body. So back down to my stomach, back down to my hips, back down to my legs, back down to my feet, back down to my toes. Then after I got finished the Lord's Prayer, I didn't feel that feeling anymore. I didn't feel like something was sucking away my oxygen, my life force. And then that feeling I felt that there were people in the room, that there were spirits in the room, and that whoever it was that was sucking my life force, I didn't feel that. It wasn't taking my life force anymore. I didn't feel them in my room anymore. I felt the room, as they say, empty. I didn't feel like it was occupied anymore. Then something told me, now you can open your eyes. And then that's when I opened my eyes, and I didn't see the wall. Choose now. Choose now. So, someone. Okay. So as I looked at the wall wasn't see-through anymore. People wasn't coming through the wall anymore. There wasn't that slight bright light in the wall anymore. So I would suggest to people, I'm not saying this is a cheap to keep you from dying or whatever. Drawing. Okay. But if you are at a situation, if you feel yourself near death, or if you feel like there is something that's not right, the best option I have for you is to say the Lord's Prayer. It helped me. I don't know if it helps someone else, but I'm not saying it's a cheat sheet. I don't know if it'll help everybody. I don't know if people have said it and they still went. It probably was their time. It just was not my time. But obviously it was not my time. Low. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna have to end the session. But I would like to thank Kelly, Aaron, Jessica, Christian, and even those who tried to come through but wasn't able to come through. I would like for you all to take care of yourselves, to know that we over here, we know that you all are there. We don't know really what goes on, but one day we will. But I'd like to thank those people from communicating to come through. So for right now, I will have to end the session, but I will be coming back. But for right now, I will have to end this session. And in the meantime, y'all take care of yourselves. Many. I know there's many of you here, but y'all take care of yourselves.